Всем привет, это Ильин Сергей, он же Сиреней из Гатчины. Эта VR-игра называется A Fisherman's Tale, пазл адвенчера про смотрителя маяка 2018 года. У нее есть продолжение, игра была успешной, получила множество наград престижных. Продолжение 23 года, в него я тоже, естественно, сыграю, но хочу начать с первой серии. Эта версия для ПК, стимовская, есть и для Oculus, есть и для PlayStation. Играю на гарнитуре Oculus Pro. Это главная менюшка. Settings. Язык английский, французский, немецкий. Подсказки. Выключаю эту опцию, чтобы никто мне ничего не подсказывал. Можно выбрать сидячий режим, стоя или Room Scale. Так, это создатели, как я понимаю. Так, посмотрим списочек. Студия Inner Space. Издатель Vertigo Games, которые сделали Arizona Sunshine и сейчас работают, насколько известно, над игрой в серии Metro VR игрой. Алексис Мороз, некий главный тут чел, который задумал идею. Вообще довольно-таки большой коллектив. Для VR-игры обычно просто, как правило, в инди-проектах задействовано несколько человек, а тут десятки, как я гляжу. Итак, я оставляю Room Scale режим, выйти, начать. В игре, как я могу судить, 4 главы, пролог и эпилог. Начинаем с пролога.
Now, stop me if you have heard this one before. Once upon a while ago, there was a fisherman's puppet, carefully made by hand. The puppet lived a simple life inside a model lighthouse, with everything in its place. And every day began the same way when he brushed his wooden teeth.
Однажды внутри маяка жила деревянная кукла на веревочках смотрителя маяка, и каждый день протекал одинаково. Утро начиналось с того, что нужно было зубы почистить.
Well, if you don't think wooden teeth need brushing, you've never had a cavity and a splinter at the same time. Next, he'd put a log inside his little stove to warm things up.
И какой прок чистить зубы, если ты деревянная кукла? Следующее, что делал смотритель, он печку растапливал. Значит, здесь можно поворачиваться как непосредственно двигаясь вокруг своей оси, либо при помощи контроллеров утопить правый или левый стик и двигаться вот так рывкообразно. Но мне вот больше почему-то нравится на месте поворачиваться. Потом есть две руки, таких вот деревянных. Ими можно совершать некие действия. А можно выпускать руку на расстояние, если предмет не в зоне досягаемости. Здесь хватать, перекладывать из руки в руку, бросать. Что до перемещения, опять же, используем стик на джойстике, появляется такой квадрат, и выбираем место, куда скакнуть. Так, перекладываем. Открываем. Запихиваем.
Next, he would take his duster and carefully dust his lucky seashell over there on the shelf.
Следующим делом смотритель маяка брал пылесборник вот такой и протирал
His routine
раковину.
never changed there. The shell reminded him of the sea when it was calm. Next, the fisherman would open wide his window to check the weather.
Потом этот смотритель, рыбак, открывал окно, чтобы проверить, что там на улице, какая погода.
It did get a little quiet sea tonight.
Тихая ночь сегодня.
Finally, and most important, every day he would work on his latest model. There, in the center of the room, a perfect model of his own little lighthouse, exact in every detail.
Но самое
It was
важное,
nearly
чем этот
finished too. Only
рыбак
two pieces
занимался,
needed to be
строил
added
вот
to the
такой
replica.
макет, реплику
Little model
маяка.
cabinet and the final section of the wall.
Но в макете не хватало двух деталей.
The
Шкафчика
model should be a perfect replica. There was a section of the wall missing and a model
и задней
cabinet.
стены.
They must have been around here, somewhere.
Ставим его туда, где в реальном мире стоит.
Yes.
И стену с окном.
Good. Now, the final touch. A tiny puppet of himself to put inside.
И последний штрих — куклу самого рыбака.
There. Lucky this model snapped together. Now the little puppet could go in its little rocking chair
И
inside its
посадить в
lighthouse.
кресло-качалку.
Tired out from his routine, the fisherman will rest his aching wooden bones in his own rocking chair and go to sleep.
И таким образом смотритель заснул, и ему приснился сон.
Where the smell of paint and glue was always fresh, where the world was simple and snapped together, the puppet would follow his routine, brush his wooden teeth, dust his lucky shell.
И сон был о
and
его
work on his
повседневной
model.
рутине, как он чистил зубы, разжигал печку, смахивал пыль, открывал окно.
Worlds within worlds, walls within walls, closing out the storm so it could never reach inside. Until one night, something changed.
Но однажды ночью что-то изменилось. История моряка.
Fishman, fishing season has begun and stocks are looking thin again this year. We all know there's a big catch waiting out there somewhere, but hold your hauling lines. Reports are saying a huge storm is blowing in.
Моряки отправились за уловом, и надвигается буря, нужно быть осторожными. Видит сквозь окно. Глава 1.
Every morning, the fisherman's puppet awoke inside his model lighthouse with everything in its place. And he began his day the same way. Except this morning, something felt different.
И еще один день рутинный, но на этот раз что-то было не
Mon Dieu,
так, что-то
the window had
изменилось.
been boarded up. The fisherman didn't remember doing that. Even when the storm came, he was safe in here. But no two silly planks of wood were going to get between him and his routine.
Окно заколочено, и он не помнил, чтобы он
He
его
couldn't get them off
заколачивал.
by hand. The boards were nailed on. He would need some kind of tool.
Нужен какой-то инструмент, чтобы отколупать гвоздики.
He couldn't get them off by hand. That wasn't going to pry the boards off. needed to find something to pry off the boards.
Тут огромный якорь преграждает путь. А здесь заперто, и что-то белое
He needed some air. He had to
виднеется.
find a way to pry off the boards.
Вот эта тема должна подойти.
This would
Кочерга.
do. What was it Papa used to say? Use the right tool for the right job. Nearly there. What was
Почти.
this feeling? The fisherman hadn't felt like this for a long time. At last, the smell of the ocean.
Наконец-то почувствовать запах океана. Так, куда моя рука делась?
But outside, not the sea. He couldn't believe his wooden eyes. Outside the room was another room, a replica room.
Но
And
снаружи
standing
была
in it,
другая комната,
a huge,
реплика,
but
только
very
огромная.
familiar figure of a fisherman. And he knew that if that huge figure were to turn, its face would be very familiar. Sacre bleu! If this was what lay outside, then what was inside his own little model lighthouse, in the model of his own room?
Но если это происходит снаружи, то что же происходит внутри миниатюры?
It was all there inside the model, exact in every detail. But the tiny version of himself, it was moving. He was inside the model, he was outside the model, and just who was pulling all the strings?
Just in, dear listeners, a general alert to all lighthouses. In spite of all of our thrilling up-to-the-minute warnings, a lone boat has gone out into the storm. Lighthouse keepers, make sure your lights are shining bright. I repeat, a lone boat has gone out into the storm.
То есть есть
The
глобальная
lighthouse.
версия
The world
и
might be folding in on
мини-версия.
itself, but only one thing mattered now. He had to turn on the lighthouse lamp high above. The life of a fellow sailor was at stake. A huge anchor blocked the only door. Whoever did it must really want to keep the storm out, or keep something in.
А по радио сообщили, что моряки попали в шторм, и нужно включить свет на маяке наверху, но путь преграждает якорь.
No good. The anchor was much too large to lift.
Но вот так не справиться
The
голыми
fisherman
руками.
needed to move the anchor.
Нужно было найти способ отодвинуть якорь. И такой способ есть.
Of course, as below, so above. When he lifted the tiny anchor, the large one was lifted by his giant self.
Отодвинул сам, будучи средним по размеру. То есть, если это мини-реплика, это реальность и есть макси-реплика.
Zut! The door was locked. He must have put the key somewhere last time he left this room.
Дверь, конечно, закрыта, и куда же он
When was
ключ
that?
положил?
And then, my friends, the strangest thing happened. Inside this room where he knew every cranny and nook, an unfamiliar voice said,
Hey, you.
И вдруг
Yes,
кто-то его
you, the
позвал,
stuffy little
окликнул.
potato. Yeah, you with the strings, over here, on the shelf. Are you cracked in the cockle? Why did you move the anchor? Why? Oh, why did you take the roof off?
The fisherman, he felt, well, his lucky shell had just started talking to him, and very
Его
rudely
счастливая
too.
ракушка
So
начала
he
с ним
did not feel
говорить.
so great. You test me every day, and you thought I just had nothing to say? I'm an hermit crab, Sonny, and you might not appreciate a nice quiet hiding spot, but I do. Now, shh. And what are we hiding from? I'm hiding from the storm. Why do you think I stole the key? The key? The key? Where is it? Oh, fiddler crab sticks. The fisherman took a deep breath. Oh, hermit crab, craftiest of all crustaceans, I must get to the top of the lighthouse. Those sailors out there may be looking for us. We must be brave. Brave? Brave? If you can't find me my hat, I will be the captain, of course. And the captain needs his hat and a life preserver, just in case. Then, just this once, we will be brave. Well, of course, courageous Captain Crab, said the fisherman. Your hat and a life preserver. Now, where would an everyday wooden puppet find a tiny life preserver and a hat fit for a crab?
Обещал мне помочь открыть дверь, но взамен попросил, чтобы я нашел капитанскую шляпу
I won't move until I'm less...
и спасательный круг.
This scruffy-looking puppet wants us all dead, it seems. No, don't think so.
Вот спасательный круг. Но крабу, моллюску, он великоват.
Try it in a smaller size.
Ох, как его-то заглючило. Спокойно.
No good. C'est pas ça. I should have moved shell years ago, I know. But I never found the courage to live with this crazy weather outside. Now, here is the biggest storm, and you want me to leave? This is insane.
Есть капитанская шляпа.
If you knew what was out there, mon ami, you'd probably live in a shell too.
Подхожу к миниатюре. Кидаю или нет? А, я же вижу эту шляпу вот здесь. И вот она у меня мелкая есть.
How does it look? Does it look dashing? Oh, it does. Doesn't it? Now, fetch your captain his life preserver. Allez,
А
allez.
теперь спасательный круг. Я думаю, что его не надо брать сюда и бросать сквозь крышу, потому что если я это сделаю, я боюсь, что... Вот, например, со щеткой поэкспериментировать. Вот она огромная здесь свалилась. Мне наоборот нужно уменьшить,
How's
то
it
есть
going? The storm is getting closer.
прямо
I'm
отсюда
not
берем.
joking. So, you found everything? Well, if a little wooden puppet like you can do this, then I will be brave. Now, just let me get out of this. Damn.
Он прятался в ракушке от шторма, но после того, как получил шапку и круг,
Phew.
покинул убежище.
I feel so much lighter, and the world feels so much bigger. I don't think I can go back into my shell after this. All right, let's do this. I'll help you open the door, so you can save your fellow silly old sailor. And I, as captain, shall courageously remain here, on guard. Now, let's see. Where did I leave the key? I was holding the key while I was repairing my shell. Then I had a sudden itch, and then... blast it. I don't remember. The crab had lived his whole life inside this little shell. No bigger than the fisherman's
Вот он,
hand.
ключик.
But he
К
was
слизи
safe.
прилип. Так, теперь мне нужно, значит, увеличить его. И для этого бросаем сквозь крышу.
I have lost it.
Выпала огромная версия ракушки. Заглядываем, протягиваем.
That will do. All right. Are you ready? Me too, I think. Farewell, shipmate. I won't forget what you did for me. Your captain salutes you.
He would need to find his way up the tower in the darkness, and already he could hear the storm rising outside.
Вторая глава.
We're with you through the night, fish fans, and remember, no catch is worth risking life and limb, even if it is the biggest, richest, fishiest catch you've ever seen. And to all you lighthouse keepers out there, keep those brights on. This one's for you.
Здесь все по-прежнему. Спички.
How long had it been? The room was dusty and musty. The biggest fish Papa ever caught. The fisherman had spent all his life trying to land a catch as big as that.
Well, don't you look like a tall drink of water?
Вода.
It
Задыхаюсь.
was still alive. This went against everything he had
Трофей
learned.
такой
He had to
заговорил
get the
со мной.
fish some water.
Так, осматриваемся.
No. The door upstairs was locked, naturellement. That would have been too easy.
Дверь наверх была заперта. Иначе было бы слишком просто. Сардины. Три детальки. И текст на французском.
Water. Oh, s'il vous plaît. Water.
Есть белые трубы и красные. И если белые ведут в никуда, то красные можно соединить. И всего три детальки нужно. Вот первое место, второе и третье. Стена отъехала как бы, на засовах была. Засовов нет, поэтому можно отколупнуть.
He must find some water for the poor creature.
Второй есть. И есть супер миниатюрный. Бросаем. И ничего не получилось. Почему там? По идее, он должен был выпасть куда-нибудь на пол, но не выпал. Зато появился здесь еще раз.
There. Now the water would flow.
Заработало.
Success. Too much success. Water flooded into the model. Quick, hold your breath.
Задержи дыхание.
The water closed over him, and the memories came flooding back. The coldness, the darkness, the ocean tossing and turning him like a rag doll. But wait a minute. Puppets can't drown. No, a bit of water wouldn't stop this fisherman.
Но это ведь не человек, а кукла, поэтому не утонул.
Water everywhere. But is there anything to eat? I'm hungry.
Голоден. Ой-ой-ой, по мне-то что?
It seemed Papa had forgotten to feed his stuffed
Is there
fish.
food out here? There must be food. Food.
Пошел
Who are you,
жрачку
oh
искать.
noble fish? And do you know how to reach the top of the lighthouse? The fisherman asked.
I'm a big-eyed tuna. My eyes are even bigger than my stomach. And if you want to go upstairs, my little amuse-bouche, well, you'll have to feed me first.
Если хочу
There must be
отправиться
food
наверх
out here.
по маяку, нужно сначала его накормить.
Starve. Any second now, I shall succumb to hunger. If only you find me some food.
Haha, sardines. These would do.
Сардины
It's a
должны
fish and fish
подойти.
world, after all. But how to open the can? It was an old-fashioned can opener, the kind you turn by hand. They smelled vintage, but a stuffed fish could hardly be picky.
Ну, жри. Не реагирует.
Bon appétit, you greedy guppy.
Yes, more.
Больше.
More.
Еще сардин.
good, good, but I need more.
Еще больше. Ага, то есть ему надо увеличить
These are just
рыбу.
appetizers. I want the main course.
Сработает вот так или нет? Отпустить?
Chew on that.
A bone? A fish
Кость?
bone.
Рыбья кость.
It's stuck in my throat.
В горле застряла.
To its sim, the fish had choked on its own appetite. And also a fish bone. He had to climb inside the mouse.
В рот
The
залезть надо.
fisherman was afraid. How many of this fish's family had he pulled from the sea in search of the biggest catch? But
То есть он
how do I
подплыл
know you won't eat me? The fisherman asked.
вот к этой стенке.
Oceans and also, I mean, you're made of wood and probably lead-based bent.
The fish had let its greed get the better. Now, there was the bone of contention.
Ну все, доволен.
Thank you, fisherman. I could not get enough, you know. I wanted more, always, like an obsession. But you, Legoland walkers, we don't know anything about that. Of course, you have everything, don't you?
Well, what could the puppet say to that?
Now I must repay you. The key to the tower door is outside. I saw a huge figure hide it near the mirror a long time ago.
Outside.
Ключ, ведущий
I'm
наверх,
certain it was around here.
где-то здесь. Решил меня отблагодарить.
Climb on in.
«Забирайся ко мне в рот», — сказал.
Welcome aboard Fish Flight
Ой.
123. Please keep your arms inside the mouse at all times.
Устраивайтесь
And no
поудобнее,
fingers
дамы и
loose.
господа. Поехали.
Hold your seat, sir.
There was plenty of legroom, but the view left something to be desired. And there was a distinct smell of... Oh yes, sardines.
Here we are. Mind your step.
Так, осторожно, не поскользнитесь. Приехали.
Go get them, little morsel. The key is up there.
Ключ там.
The key was too high. He needed something. Perhaps back in the lighthouse, there might be something he could use.
Ключ был здесь, но располагался слишком
The key
высоко.
was around there, close to the sink, or above. He only needed to find the key.
Вон этот ключ мелкий, за зеркалом. Но мне нужно до него как-то
The
дотянуться.
fish was around the mirror when it was trying to show where the key was. time to get back to the lighthouse.
Пора возвращаться назад в маяк.
Thank you for helping me, the fisherman said.
Of
Спасибо
course,
за то, что
you
помог,
may
сказал
see
рыбак.
that There is more to life than the largest morsel. Sometimes a smaller morsel is sweeter, juicier, and more delectable.
Ну, спасибо, пока.
Bonne chance, little morsel. Thank you for setting me free. I hope you reach the top of the tower.
The door
Надеюсь,
opened.
что доберешься
The
до
lighthouse tower
верха
waited.
маяка.
The fisherman had begun to think that he had all the answers, but he would soon realize he had bitten off maybe more than he could chew.
Come in, trawler. Come in, trawler. If you can hear us, return to port immediately. I repeat, return to port
Ой,
immediately.
ну какая волна-то, блин.
Vas-y, tiens le coup. Vas-y.
Глава номер 3.
Papa's old study. This was where the fisherman had learned to make models. Sitting at Papa's knee, listening to Papa's gruff, scratchy voice telling him to try again, and next time get it right. The fisherman was nearly there, but something in this room seemed different, like he was being watched.
Местечко, где он делал эту реплику, раньше принадлежало его отцу, тоже рыбаку. Батарейка.
I have been watching, and I'm not impressed. Papa? The painting, the old painting.
Картина
of his
начала
father,
говорить
the
с
great
отцом.
fisherman. It was talking.
Quiet, I'm talking.
My only child, my flesh and blood. You could have been as great a sailor as me, or my father before me. Ah, Papa, that you had lived to see this day. Papa, said the puppet, I must light the lighthouse lamp. A ship is in peril. My own son, a mere lamp lighter, a landlubber. Nonsense. All you need is a boat and a strong net. Show your true sea dog and sail out there.
Тебе нужна лодка и крепкая сеть. Нужно собрать миниатюрную лодку. И в этом случае требуется 5 компонентов. Тот самый моллюск.
Your mother would be sad to see this day. Not me, of course. I was always a very supportive parent.
Вот похоже на компонент.
Maybe you're good for something. Keep going.
Продолжай. Вот еще один кусочек.
You won't get far with Alpha Boat. Where is the next part?
Где следующая часть? Частичка.
fishing. It is an art. No, a craft. No, an art. Aboard a craft. I'm writing that down.
Например, вот.
Nearly there. Who am I kidding? You never finish anything.
3 части собрал. Вроде как отец вечно был недоволен моряком. Говорит, нисколько не впечатлен. Ничего у тебя не выходит, как обычно, собственно.
Your mother would be sad to see this day.
А, батарею сюда можно вставить.
Not me, of course. I was always a very supportive parent.
The controls of the old lighthouse crane were there, on the balcony. The huge half-flooded room surrounded him, and below, he could see the tiny replica of the room.
Появился кран.
Nothing. Curiously, the control panel seemed more modern than the mechanism of the crane.
Значит, надо идти за батареей. А что там еще наверху есть?
The door upstairs was rusted shut. Besides, Papa had given him an order, and a true sailor always obeys the skipper.
Так. Ой. Так, поглубже, наверное, надо. Она еще не статична. Так, это может занять время. Не вышло. Черт. Как ее поймать-то? Это поймалась? Нет? Тянется? Нет. Вот зараза. Ну тогда я не знаю прям. О, достал одну.
Keep going, boy. I will make something of you yet.
Это еще сложнее, наверное, будет.
So it's come to this. My own son. Phew, a lighthouse keeper.
Нет. Может, ее не за дно поймать, а за канаты. Стул прицепился.
Fishing. It is an art.
Табуретка.
No, a craft. No, an art. Aboard a craft. I'm writing that down.
Нет.
Your mother would be sad to see this day. Not me, of course. I was always a very supportive parent.
Неудачно. Неудачно. Ну, кое-как захватил. Не очень-то изящно, но зато заполучил.
So it's come to this. My own son. Phew, a lighthouse keeper. There. That's a good, honest vessel. Well, what are you waiting for? All aboard! Now buck it at the pontoon. Then we'll see who's too big for his father's boat.
Так, нужно что сделать?
Allez, en avant toutes!
Батарея отсутствует.
Don't touch that rudder, boy! We are bound for the biggest catch of our lives. Stay on course!
Ну как-то я тут оказался? Я же наверх шел.
Cast off! East by northeast! Full steam!
Полный вперед.
Look at you. You look almost like a real sailor. If I squint.
stocks are looking thin again this year. We all know there's a big catch waiting out there somewhere, but hold your hauling lines. Reports are saying a huge storm is blowing in.
The storm
Might be
approaches.
nothing but better
That's
safe
when
than
the
sorry,
fish
I
come
always
easily,
say.
my son.
Coming up next, another hour of thrilling nautical news after these
The
messages.
fish are waiting. Activate the winch. Drop the nets. Too slow. You missed them. I really have to do
Слишком
everything
медленно.
here. In the art of the storm. This is where nature hides its beauties. They are waiting for us.
Come in, trawler. Come in, trawler. If you can hear us, return to port immediately.
Тренд так укачивает
I repeat,
немного.
Return to port immediately.
Так, какая-то большая волна
Don't forget,
назревает.
boy. Come back with a hold full of fish, or don't come back at all.
Возвращайся с большим уловом или вовсе не возвращайся. Вот черт.
Hey, son! Are you there? Son! Are you there?
Yes! Hold on, son. Hold on. Oh, you've got guts, boy. I will give you that. Go then, if you must. Climb the tower, light the lamp, save any other poor souls who are sailing out there, driven on by their disappointed fathers. I only wanted you to be greater than me.
Забирайся
Au revoir, Papa.
наверх, спаси моряков.
Then, the fisherman thought of all the countless fish he had hauled from the ocean on a line just like this one. Just like his father before him. But there was one difference. Those poor fishes were dragged out. As he climbed the hook, he thought of all the models he had built, all the days he had spent inside the lighthouse, hiding from his fear.
I don't know what you've been hiding from, but I've been hiding from the storm.
His greed.
You landlubbers have everything you want, don't you?
And his obsession, that shadow which had seemed so large once upon a time. The greatest catch ever is out there, Fizz. It's just waiting for us. Here we go. At last, time to turn on the light.
Наконец-то пришло время включить свет. Глава номер 4.
Outside, the storm raged, and it seems the rules of the replica had been completely disrupted. Inside the lighthouse, little versions of the puppet were reflected back at him, getting ever smaller, and there was only one match left to turn on the lighthouse. Was there anybody out there in the storm? Who knows? But for now, at least, he had one job. He was a lighthouse keeper. Now, if he could only find a match.
Есть 3 проекции. Я, самая большая, есть средняя, есть мелкая внутри. Нужно зажечь огни.
He was going to have to light each lamp in turn.
Есть спички, точнее только коробок.
Shoot, there had to be a match around there.
И спичка вот там по центру, в миниатюре в самой. Так, сейчас сообразить надо.
A match. Now something to strike it on. I love that sound. The 3 lamps were lit, but there was nowhere near enough light. Perhaps.
Так, теперь надо
his
передать
little friends
спичку
inside the
среднему
mother could
персонажу.
help out.
Как бы это организовать? Она вообще горит или она уже потухла? Что-то не пойму. Вроде потухла. Тогда нужно искать коробок. Теперь
Time to light the lamps.
взять спичку. Искать лампы. Ой, неудачно. Как-то спичка за стекло вылетела. Но это, блин, сложная задачка на самом деле. Так, опять коробок. Значит, коробок. Начинаем с коробка. Просовываем его. А спичка где? А, вон она там. Так вот аккуратненько зажигаем. Зажигаем. Берем, будучи вот так. Нет.
The big lamps around the room needed lighting.
Вот так. Так, теперь надо что? Теперь надо зажигать лампы в среднем секторе. Аккуратно двигаться. Не, как-то неудачно. Положил, случайно оставил. Хорошо. Берем. Продвигаемся совсем немного.
Time to light the lamps.
Нет, не так. Так, мне нужно повернуться сейчас, схватить, а он не хватает. Вернуть спичку в руку. Эта лампа зажжена. Надо зажечь. Вот, немножко. Вот эту. Так, осталась еще одна. Не попадаю. Хорошо, шаг делаю.
The big lamps around the room needed lighting.
Как же коряво. Жесть.
Yes. Now, carefully. The next level down.
И теперь нужно другой периметр покрыть, самый внешний. Для этого... Ну, это самое простое, на мой взгляд. Так.
Yes. Et voilà. Let there be light. Farewell, mon fils. I can rest now, knowing my obsession did not drag you down with me.
Goodbye, little morsel.
Bon voyage, shipmate.
Отец сказал, не дай моей одержимости и тебя затянуть с собой.
Mon Dieu, was that beard, that face? He was awake. Hey, the puppet cried. I'm in here. I've been in here all this time. I'm in here.
Здоровый какой. Эпилог.
What time is it?
Который час, проспался,
What a mess.
ну и бардак.
I think I've been in here long enough. I think I need to see the sea.
Думаю, нужно увидеть море. И руки уже нельзя выбрасывать, отделять ее, не марионетку уже.
The skies are clearing, fish fans. We've weathered another storm. Fishermen, enough mending your nets. Time to earn your keep. And to all you lighthouse keepers out there,
Конец.
I think you deserve a holiday.
Коротенькая игра, но экспириенс очень
How long has it been?
любопытный.
Well, no matter. Encore the way.
Такой вот финал. Это был Ильин Сергей, он же Сиреней из Гатчины. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, смотрите другие мои видео. Всем пока.